Afternoon, everyone, from Beijing. It's Saturday, May 24th, 2025. The time is 2:48 p.m. Temperature is 83 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. And I'm in an area called Shichahai. This is a scenic area, and as you can tell, extremely popular. Its name literally means Lake of the 10 Temples, and there are 10 temples around here with 3 lakes. This area dates back to the Jin Dynasty and used to be an area of a lot of commercial activity. This has to be one of the liveliest areas of Beijing that I've visited. Probably even more so because the weekend. I also noticed there's a good amount of people here who dress up in costume. There's even costume rental services around here. People dress up and take pictures. This is such a pretty area. I'm so glad I discovered it. In fact, I wasn't even going to come to this area until I noticed almost everybody in my subway car getting off, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? Why is everyone getting off at Shichahai? And then I looked it up after I reached my next destination. I was like, oh, that's why. And oops. What's going on with my gimbal here? It's not wanting to balance my phone. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Where was I? Oh, we can see why this area is so popular now. It's kind of chaotic here because they still have the e-bikes and scooters going through. Let's look and hope we don't get hit by a car or a motorbike. Yeah, Taipei, China does have great internet. That's very prominent around here. Bingqilin, which is ice cream, and very easy to see why. It's like almost 90 degrees out. Well, it's 83, but it feels hotter because of the sun. Winger the Blue Dragon is asking, how is Beijing? I'm discovering it more and more. It does take time to get used to. It's definitely a different change of culture than what I'm used to, but it's a very nice city, very lively. There's a cat in the window there. And someone's singing in this bar. Winger the Blue Dragon says, awesome, hope you're having a good time at Beijing. I'm enjoying myself in Beijing so much. I hope you're enjoying this live stream as well, and eventually the videos that I'm going to publish recorded in and around Beijing. Octavius says, love pedestrian streets like this. No cars everywhere like North America. Well, Octavius, this is just one part of Beijing that I'm showing you. Much of Beijing is sprawled out, and sometimes the roads are like 10 lanes wide and not really that nice for walking, but this area is an exception, as well as Wang Fujing Street, which I showed you yesterday. It's nice to know there's some entertainment here. You can sit back, listen to some music, watch the people go by, look at the lake. Jiang ice cream. They even have pedicab drivers to cycle you around the lakes here if you want to hire them. Well, these are the candied fruit on a stick. Not really a big fan of them because I find them a bit too sweet and sugary. And I don't think it's that good for your teeth either. It's very hard to get off. There's a well-known cafe in China, Chagi. The logo kind of looks like Starbucks a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if they had an influence on that logo. There's someone singing. Alex Trin saying Hoi An vibes. Yeah, now that you mention it, it does feel like Hoi An in Vietnam, which I have been to before. What's the name of the river? I think this is Shichahai Lake. It's actually not a river. There's 3 lakes in this area. There's Shichahai, Hohai, and Beihai. So basically, Beihai, which is to the south of us, ironically, is North Lake. And here is Shichahai, which is the forward lake. And then Hohai is rear lake. That's the translation of it. J-Fam asking if the street foods here are expensive. I don't really think it's too expensive. I thought Hong Kong was more expensive than Beijing. Here in Beijing, it feels like you can get a lot of food and drink for like at least 20 to 30% less than Hong Kong. I don't know how much this costs. They didn't put the price, but this is meat, Nero. That guy's selling ice popsicles for 6 yuan, which is less than $1 US. 6 yuan is 84 cents according to the iPhone calculator. Why don't we go this way and walk by the lake to change it up a bit? How's it going, West Coast Walker? Welcome to the live stream here in Shichahai in Beijing, China. This pathway seems a little bit narrow, but then again, people are just lined up on the edge here taking pictures too. Dar, Biliki, any fish? Oh, plenty of fish here in this lake. Vic can't wait for me to have my first meal in China. Oh, I have plenty of meals in China. You think I would come here and not have any meals at all? Speaking of fish, I actually saw a bird in the lake here just snap up a fish on its own. I see some air bubbles. That's definitely an indication of fish. Somewhere in there. Okay. Hard to take photos here because so many people are passing by.
这拍立得多少钱一袋？哪个20？某个哈。
No mermaids. Yeah, I don't think there's mermaids in this lake. This lake takes a while to walk around too. I would say at least half an hour or so. I love this section. Amazing architecture. Restaurant and bar afternoon tea this way. Gotta be really careful around these corners. People like to make tight turns and you might bump into them. I feel safer sticking my hand out, so they let me know. So I let them know I'm here. Or just not go right by the corner. Yeah, it's really narrow here. And not my favorite section around this lake. I think there's a construction wall next to me. That's why it's so tight around here. All right. What do they have here? Double skin cheese yogurt, vanilla ice cream latte coffee, watermelon jelly. More candied fruit. Only 5 yuan for that. Look at this, egg waffles with ice cream and different types of glutinous cake. And everything looks good here. Hubby Telescope asking if I like Beijing or Hong Kong better. Where has been your favorite place so far during your travels? You know, I don't really have a favorite. And I don't really favor Beijing or Hong Kong right now. Both places are amazing spots in their own regards. Oh, here you can get juices and ice, the Beijing Ice Factory. Only 8 yuan for an ice cream cone and 10 for the flavored one. Also, there is a language barrier in Beijing. It definitely helps to know some Mandarin Chinese. I know it's definitely helped me just to get some basic points across. I wish I was more knowledgeable in Chinese to get my point across, but the basics definitely do help. Shichahai, the boat price list. Storm Z asking, what are they saying? The one back there was talking about the price for the boat rentals. And then the other one was talking about what they had for sale for eating. Something about ice cream. I couldn't understand the entire meaning. I noticed this is also a pretty popular spot for tour groups. Starbucks is here. I think there is a Mandarin Chinese way of saying Starbucks too. Yeah, right here. This is how you say Starbucks in Mandarin Chinese. Xingbake. Xingbake. That's Starbucks coffee. Xingbake cafe. No, it's Xingbake cafe. Just like on the subway, I learned that there's a alliteration for the Olympic Park too. They call it Olympique. Russell, yes, sing means star. Just like the stars in the sky, it means sing. Reedy Planet, do you also understand Cantonese or just Mandarin? I can understand the basics of both. I wouldn't say I understand the basics. Probably it's even worse than that. But I know a little bit of each. Yeah, who's your daddy? We're still walking around the lake. It's a huge lake, the Shichahai Lake. There's also Hohai, which is behind this, and Beihai, which is to my south. Hubble telescope says Chinese hasn't been anglicized as much as many other languages. No, it definitely has not. They do have anglicized ways of learning the language. Like for Mandarin Chinese, the most popular anglicized way is pinyin. And for Cantonese, I think it's yutping. But no one really uses pinyin or yutping in real life. But with another language like Vietnamese, they do use the Latin alphabet. But that being said, there is still a good deal of English here on the signs, the subway maps, and place names. So even if like you can't really find as many people speaking English as other places that you may go to, there's still a good deal of English here. Even some of the menus have English on them. Like here, China time honored brand. And oftentimes you'll see signs that say toilet, which is obviously an English word. I absolutely believe from coming to many different places and countries that English is the most important language in the world. It really is the international language. Because even here in China, there's English being used on the signs and the menus, even though not as many people can speak it. Yeah, I've noticed that, John 259. The expressways will have English on the signposts. Yeah, this is a really huge tree. I guess we'll go this way back around to where we began. Yeah, Walking UK, I think it may be Weeping Willow. And John 259, I've noticed that. I've known some Chinese students, university students, and they do have a good command of English, believe it or not. Hey Alan, thanks for joining in. This is the Shichahai area of Beijing. It's a scenic area. The name literally means Lake of the 10 Temples. I would think this area will be so nice at nighttime too. Or I could practice my Mandarin Chinese. 我以为晚上的时候，这个地方非常漂亮的。哦，有鱼吧 ？There's fish there. You see the fish?
上回你们钓那个小的烤的，这辈儿最好吃。现在一钓好多过来。那个上钩特快是吧？对。真没，它这种你是的。对，钓鱼。钓鱼。嗯。鱼儿后边他们钓鱼，我们去哪儿？你可以走。
We're about to pass some people in costume, traditional Vietnamese dress. I'm not sure if they rented their costumes or not. Greg Horan says everything looks great. These streams are great for learning about the area. I really appreciate it, Greg. Thanks for tuning in. Wait, someone's inside? Is he allowed to swim there? Wow. Sounds like there's some drumming going on further up ahead. I'm not sure 这里可以游泳吗? That's what I'm wondering. If it's allowed to swim here. Oh, look at all these cockatiels. Beautiful birds. I know they like to make a mess though, the cockatiels, and they have a personality. What is this, a drum circle here in Beijing? I feel like I could spend all day here. It's so peaceful. Even though it's a bit crowded in places. Hey look, a megaphone on repeat talking about the price of ice cream. It's 10 kwai. 冰淇淋10块钱. 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 How much was the price of the ice cream again? I didn't remember. Hey, we're back where we started. Why don't we walk over this way? I want to see what's around here. It's good to see so many people out and enjoying this area. Yeah, John 259, that's an electric bus in front of us, running on the overhead catenary lines. I think they may be part battery operated too. It's definitely busy around here. This is the subway stop I got off at, by the way. Shichahai Jan. Prosy times has no clue how to say it in English. It's called trolley bus. Yeah, I've heard it called trolley bus, electric trolley bus. They all work. I've seen these being used in Seattle as well. They also use these in Boston on the SL 1, 2, and 3 lines. Octavius has got them in Vancouver as well. Yeah, I was only in Vancouver for a few hours, but I didn't really notice them when I was there. I know Beijing is trying to be very green. They have a lot of electric vehicles on the road and a lot of electric buses as well. For many years in the past, Beijing was really known for bad air pollution, but the air pollution has gotten a lot better in recent years. Hubble telescope says, lovely where you are, Beijing is quite big. What else do you plan to see there? When are you coming back to NYC? You'll need to stay subscribed to my channel and find out. I have plenty of plans. It's really interesting how it's mainly the women who are dressing up here in these costumes and taking pictures. I haven't seen a single man do it yet. You see, once I go out of this area, that's where you have the big roads and all the public transit again. Christian Hansen asking if modern Chinese get married in silk garments. I'm not too sure, but I do know people who have gotten married in the silk clothing, have taken pictures with it. I don't think everyone follows that. How much is it for a ice cream here? 8 for vanilla and 10 for flavored. I'm not sure who's your daddy, if this is Golden Week and if the students are out. Such a beautiful scene here with the lake and with all the trees. They're trying to get them to go into the pedicabs. Steven for asking how my Mandarin is. I mean, I think it's being maintained. I'm not really learning too much, but I'm doing the best I can. Why don't we check out the Shichahai Hutong to our right? Yeah, walking UK. No loud music from the pedicabs here. Something that I think is the bane of our existence on YouTube due to all the copyright music they play. Especially during the holiday season. It kind of looks like churros a little bit. This is completely different than where we were from. Look at this. Grilled squid and skewers. Wow. It looks sweet. Yeah, Octavius, we definitely found the food section. And I think if you want to rent out the traditional Chinese clothing, you can do it here. Or maybe even purchase them.
You don't want to buy one?
This looks like a food court to my right. Yeah, it definitely looks like a food court to me. Oh, I think you know what this means. This is La Lian, or durian. The smelliest fruit on earth. That's a fake one. You can smell it all you want. It's not gonna smell. I'm kidding, it actually smells pretty good. Chinese Imperial Post since 1896. Wow, that store's been there for a long time. Ice cream. What ice cream do they have? Matcha, vanilla. Oh. 一个抹茶冰淇淋.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I need to pay with Alipay.
Okay,
Alipay. Pay. Okay.
matcha.
Matcha. 32 yuan for the matcha ice cream. Okay. Matcha. Oh wow, it's got a special cone with it. I thought it was a cup at first. This was $4.45 for this matcha ice cream, premium. 谢谢你，拜拜。Wow. Look at that. $4.50 matcha ice cream. Pricey, but hey, it better be the best matcha ice cream I ever had. Oh, man, this is good. Woo. Mmm. Wow. So much green tea flavor. Mmm. Definitely need it. The sun is beating down on me. I've been walking a lot today. Oh, Samian, I didn't understand the question.
来，往里坐，来，到这儿来，往里坐，二楼南边3友同过来。吃饭吃面吃火锅，该饭肠就面爆肚来。往里坐，来，吃饭吃面吃面。
Now this goes on for quite a while.
现做柠檬茶，8元1杯，15两杯。
We're getting really deep into this hutong. I think that's the end of that hutong, but look at this now. It's so crowded. All right, it looks like we're back to the subway station. I think I'm going to wrap up my live stream here, folks. Take the subway back, relax. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream from Shichahai, Beijing, China. If you did, then hit the like button for me. Subscribe, and I'll see you around next time. Bye everyone, take care. Signing off from Beijing, China.